So very good morning. Today we are going to see about cost of electrical energy. Mainly the cost of electrical energy depends on the investment of the generating plant, that is generating unit, and as well as the distribution system. So here the distribution system, in the sense your transmission system, and as well as the end user distribution system, wherein which we are receiving the power. So the combining as a whole, it is called the whole distribution system. Mainly, this cost of electrical energy depends on the cost of operation and maintenance. Cost of operation and maintenance, in the sense that is O&M cost, that is operation and maintenance cost. Say for example, if you take the generating power plant, generating unit, even like hydro station or like thermal station. In hydro station, if you take like operation and maintenance will be of anything. You need to go for frequent maintenance of your turbines, runner blades. You have to maintain. Then generator shaft you have to maintain. Then penstock you have to maintain. Then valves you have to maintain. Then like windings inside the like alternators. Then everything should be maintained in the plant. Then only then your controlled equipment is there. That also you has to be frequently it has to be maintained. Then many of the displays will be there. There you will be displaying the amount of generation what that is generating. Then power factor, frequency. So that meters has to be calibrated once in a while. Then many things is there. Operation, the maintenance cost, if you take like maintenance cost, it will be moving, the maintenance cost will be going like anything. So we can't able to say like today this thing will come for the maintenance, shaft will come for the maintenance. We can simply say like the generators will come for the maintenance. Like while it is running only, we can able to know like this thing will goes off, that thing will goes off. Then everything will comes into the account. So generally, if you see like cost of the electrical energy, it will be increasing in the sense that reliability of the consumer also has to be increased, because for example, now we are paying around only 5 rupees for a per unit cost for domestic consumers. 5 rupees to 6 rupees we are paying for domestic cost. That cost has been increased up to 5 rupees to 10 rupees. So what we will expect as the domestic consumers, what we will expect is we will expect that reliability. Reliability means they have to provide for us like 24/7, 24 by 365 days. We will expect in a month also 24 by 30 days and 24 by 360 days, 365 days. We'll expect the like reliability. Not even will allow the like power suppliers to cut the power for even 1 minute also. So generally, if you see the what is the main aim of the power generating company and as well as your distribution company, is that if you go to any like distribution office, distribution company's office, like Telangana state electrical distribution companies there now, northern region, southern region, like that. If you go to that office, there will be one board. In that board, that they will be displaying like the first aim of the distribution Telangana state distribution corporation is that to give the reliable supply to the consumers, to maintain the to reduce the transmission line loss. Okay, so that will be the two main aim of your distribution company. So they have to give the reliable supply. So if we pay more money So generally we'll expect the reliability. Okay, because say for example, like private buses, we are paying more. Private omnibuses we are paying more, whereas government buses normally we are paying some average cost. So if we are paying more now, we'll expect more comfortness. We'll expect more cushion seats, like that. So similarly, like that, if we are paying more cost, so generally we'll expect the reliability of the supply to the consumers also, will expect more. So generally the cost of electrical energy is broadly divided into two types. One is fixed cost and running cost. Fixed cost in the sense capital cost of the power plant, interest on the capital, taxes and insurance, salaries of the management and clerical staff, then as well as your depreciation cost. So what is the running cost? Running cost is nothing but cost of the fuel, operation cost, and as well as maintenance cost. To remember easily, I can use some shortcuts, for a fixed cost. If you remember this CASD, you can easily, you can note down you can write down all these points as like a capital cost of power plant, interest of capital, taxes and insurance, then salaries, then as well as depreciation. So CASD for running cost. So if you note down like COM, so that is first one is cost of the fuel, operation cost, and as well as the maintenance cost. So even though you can remember, but sometimes if you can't able to remember, so this type of shortcuts you can easily you can take down and you can easily write all. Here, coming to the fixed cost. First one is capital cost of the power plant. Capital cost, this includes cost of the land, buildings and equipment, then installation of the equipment, then designing and planning of that power plant. So first one is cost of the land and building of the equipment. Say if you want to install a hydropower plant, so you need to buy that land where the power plant is being installed. So hydropower plant, I think it might be located in the remote places, like in the hilly regions, like that. So like from the government, they will alone allocate. Say your private owning company, you need to generate the power from that same power plant. You are paying some lease amount to the government, and you are taking you have to install a additional new power plant in that particular area. So in that scenario, you have to purchase a piece of the land, not only like some normal like 1 cents, like that. So you need to buy some acres, so that so extension also will be easily possible. Sometimes if you ask also, sometimes someone is owning that particular land. If you go and ask, I want to install a power plant, can you give that land? So they will tell like 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more than that. So generally you need to get that cost, you need to get that land, like whatever the cost is there, you need to get under constructing of building and equipment installation is very, very important factor. And also installation of the equipment inside the plant. Installation of all the equipment inside the plant is very, very important. Like if you say, if you take majority of the power plants in India, like 70 to 80% of the power plants, and in hydropower station. Generally, I'm speaking about the hydropower station in India. So most of the power plants are the like very old power plants. Old power plants is like it is running around 60 years, 70 years, 70 years old, 80 years old, 90 years old, 100 years old power plants are there. And even generators age, if you take that is also like 70 years, 60 years, 50 years, like that. Still that generators are still it is running. Why? Because we are going for frequent maintenance. And also what we are doing is, previously, for getting a shaft of the particular like generators you need to get from, because all our generators are foreign make previously, like old generators are foreign make, like ABB generators. Most probably ABB generators will be there. So that is of 70 years old, 80 years old. So even if you want to get some shaft or even bolt nuts, you have to go for like foreign countries. So you have to rely on Germany, Italy, or UK made. Okay, German made, sometimes Italy made. So you have to get from UK that particular bolt nut or particular shaft you have to make. So that is of very high cost, like installation of the equipment. And also there they have to carry that equipment from their place, from UK, United Kingdom, to India. So now it is very easy, getting an equipment from even from nook and corner of the world. Now it is very easy. Imagine 70 years back, 1920s or 1930s. Imagine taking that equipment from that much kilometers, 5,000 kilometers far away it is there. So 4,000, 5,000 kilometers, it has to be carried out, and it has to be installed in the particular village or particular place where the power station is located. Is very difficult task. And also designing and planning of the equipment. So planning and designing of the equipment also is very important. So designing how to design a power plant. So future extension also you should plan. Suppose you are planning only for like 100 megawatt hydropower station. Like after that, due to the ever increasing demand, so government is telling like to increase the installation capacity. Suddenly you have to install another 5 generators, 100 into 5 or 100 into 10 or 200 into 5, like that. We have to increase the capacity 2000 megawatt means. So that planning also you should do prior itself. So simply like that, if you are planning only for one generators, you are planning for roof and all for that particular power plant. Further extension is not possible means, again you need to extend, again some workers has to come there, and again you have to build the building. That is very difficult task. So while doing one station, while constructing one station itself, future, what is the future? Again some 5 generators is coming. So 5 generators, how to install? Some space you have to give, and some bed you have to make for the generators, some runners, some pen stock, some additional pen stock also you have to install in that particular places, so that if your future further extension is possible, now easily you can move on to the further extension. And if it depends upon the type and location of the plant. So type and location of the plant you should choose. So thermal power plant, if you are choosing near to the shipyards, near to the railway station, then near to the railway, anyhow it will be coming. But if it is situated to the near to the shipyards and near to the availability of the water, then it is very easy. Why? Because if we are locating the thermal power station somewhere around in the farther places from the water, so again you need to carry. So carry that water to 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers. So again sometimes that pipe will get failure. Again your plant will not able to operate. And also frequent maintenance from that pipes has to be maintained. Like that, many things are there. So if it is located near to the rivers, near to the seas, it is very easy to operate the thermal power plant. And also remote places, it should stay away from the remote places. Why? Because that emissions also coming from the thermal power plant. So that is keep on the emissions might be coming. So that is somewhat very harmful to our lungs. Next, hydropower plant. Hydropower plant is a relatively costlier power plant as well as fixed cost is concerned. So fixed cost, if you want to install a hydropower plant, first you need to construct a dam. Construct a dam is, it is not an easy task. It takes nearly 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. Okay. Previously, even now, if you want to construct also nearly 2 to 3 years, it will take. So previously, they will take 6 years, 7 years to construct a dam. Like in 2025 or 2026, you need to construct a dam, means you need to go for operation for that particular dam. Means now itself you have to start the job. After 5 years only, that commissioning all will be happening. Otherwise, it is very, you can't be able to simply construct a dam like within a month or within a year. It will take many years, like 4 to 5 years to construct a dam. And also constructing a plant, hydropower plant also, if the dam is located here, your hydropower plant will be located like in the lower point, like the angle might be of like 30%, 45%, 45 degree angle. So 30-degree angle, like that. If you install, you'll get more pressure. So what you have to do is, again you have to lay the you have to dig more to construct the power plant. So that itself will take like many months or years. So you have to dig deep. You have to go inside 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer inside the land. Then only that pressure will come. Water pressure will come. If you just construct here, the dam is there. If you construct here your power plant, then the water pressure will not come. Simply like that, it will come and go. It will come and go via your penstock, and it will go outside. So you have to go like 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers below from your dam, so that you will get more pressure for generating the power. And if you take like power plant, if you take any of the hydropower plant, it will be located like that only. Your dam will be somewhere else, and your like power station might be of somewhat 1 kilometer far, like in deep that below the ground level. It has to go down up to 1 kilometer. Then the pressure will be more. Next, coming to the power plant land cost. So if you are locating the power plant in the center of the city, it might be of very costly. So if you are located outside the city, it is very cheaper. So if you want to install a thermal power plant inside the city itself, so you need to buy some acres of land. Acres of land means definitely you need to spend like in a city. If you want to buy a piece of like 1 acre of land, it might be costing around more than 1 crore, like 1 crore, 2 crores, 5 crores, 10 crores, like that. So 1 acre, 2 crores up to 5 crores means. So you need to purchase around 5 to 10 acres minimum, I'm saying. So like 10 acres, 20 acres, if you want to buy, that itself coming around 100 crores for buying the land itself. Again, you need to construct, you have to install the equipments inside the thermal power plant. Like that, it may go up to 1,000 crores or 1 lakh crores, like that. 1,000 crores, like that. For like, so if it is cheaper, if the outside the outskirts of the city, nearer to the dams or lakes, like that, if you buy, it might be of very cheaper. And government itself sometimes some Purumbok lands will be there, so they will be giving for free of some because both are government sectors, no. So sometimes they will allot that land, particular land, Purumbok lands, for installing this power plant. So the land cost might be very cheaper. So only equipment cost only you need to spend, like that. The things are there. Next, a power plant far away from the load center. If you construct a power plant far away from the load center, then definitely your transmission and distribution cost also will be goes higher. Like a load center is there, your power plant is very far away, like 600 kilometers far away from the load center means. So again, then transmission cost is there, and also transmission losses is there, distribution cost is there, distribution cost also there. So that also will be goes higher. So that also will. Secondly, interest on the capital tax and insurance. Interest on capital tax and insurance. So definitely, say government, any government, Ministry of Power or state government, if you want to install a power plant, what they will do? First, they will review their economic status of that particular government. So definitely, the economic status might be not that to consider that much to consider particular, because they have to run the government. Simply like that, they will spend a huge cost on constructing this power plant itself. They can't able to run the government. So they will give only 10% of the money they will allot from the government. Even 90% where to get means, so they will go for a World Bank. They will go for loan from the World Bank. So World Bank, if you go for World Bank, and if you ask for the loan for constructing this power plant, for constructing nuclear power plant, for some government schemes, like that, you can go for the World Bank for constructing new dams. You can go for the loan from the World Bank. So they will give some very less interest when compared to other banks, other public sector banks. They will because many from the World Bank, many of the countries also will be having their loans, and some developed countries, what they will do is they will invest, they will give money, more amount of money to the World Bank, so that World Bank will distribute the amount, the particular amount to all other countries, like developing countries, so that they can develop their infrastructure. Even if you want to construct a road, or if you want to construct some bridges, you can go for a loan from the World Bank. But meanwhile, in 10 years or 5 years or 15 years, 20 years, you have to pay that amount with some less interest, not that much interest, but you have to pay the interest. Say 1,000 rupees, you have to pay 10 paise or 1 paise, like that. So 1,000 rupee, 1 paise means 1 lakh means it might be increasing 1 crore, then 100 crores, 1,000 crores, it might be increasing. So interest itself will come like 1 crore or 2 crores, 3 crores, like that. Interest itself, you go for a loan. So interest also you have to pay monthly, and also that capital cost also. Meanwhile, you have to settle in a given time. So that also there. So then next is tax on the land and the property. So sometimes in the center of the heart of the city, you want to construct a substation. Substation means, so in the heart of the city, if you want to buy even 1 cent of the 1 cent of the land, one piece of the land, so you need to spend around some 2 crores or up to 5 crores, even that 1 cent alone. So who will pay for that? For a simple power plant, if you go for 5 crores, 10 crores to buy that land, that cost will goes like anything. So defaultly, our tariff also will be increasing somewhat. So what they will do is they will go for rent, like underground substation rent, like that. So if you take like some other building underground, they will go for a rent and construct a underground substation, so that they can operate. So they may pay some per month rent, some 10,000, 20,000 they may pay for that particular piece of the land, so that they may operate this underground substation also. And also property, if you buy a like a more like a huge amount of the land, more amount of the land, so you need to pay the property tax. Some 5 kilometers you are buying for 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers you are buying for constructing a thermal power plant. So you, for that whole area, for whole area, like you need to go for the property tax. So property tax also will goes like anything. So property tax you need to pay, and the rate of interest from the borrower. As I said, rate of interest like simply 1%. If you take also 1% for 1,000 crores, 1% if you take also, it is coming like a 1 crore or like that, 10 crores like that. So you need to pay the rate of interest also, and also capital cost also you need to pay from the government as well as private sectors. If you are going for the loan also, they need to pay. Or if they are multinational company, then it is okay. So if you are suddenly we are entering and we are buying that a particular piece of land and constructing and going for the power generation, means we need to simply pay for the rate of interest also. And also taxes will be levied very higher. If you are located in the center of the metropolitan cities and all, some like municipality tax will be there, corporation tax you need to pay. That also will be very higher if you locate at the center of the heart of the city. And some of the costliest equipments should be taken care of from the accidents. Costliest equipments transformers, then generators. So transformers, simply like that, the coil inside the transformer, it is going now. That this much 10 MVA of transformer, 5 MVA of transformer will cost like lakhs, nearly to the crores. And also some other static wear compensators and all will be coming like crores and crores of rupees. Static wear compensators, suddenly due to some failure, that compensators, static wear compensators and all will getting failure, means again you need to spend in crores. So if you have to taken care of that costlier equipments from the accidents. If even accidents is happening, so you have to go for some protective equipments near to that particular area. And also taxes and insurance charges. Taxes and insurance charges may be taken care of. Why? Because taxes, if you take like insurance, if you go for if you constructing a 100 crores, that plant worth is 100 crores or 1,000 crores. So yeah, you need to insure also. So 100 crores if you insuring. So nowadays, like minimum, like 8%, 10% they are making that as insurance. 8%, even if you are buying a vehicle of 70,000, 80,000, for insurance you are paying 3,000. So merely like 2%, 3% you are paying. So if you constructing the power plant, also minimum 3% taxes with the taxes also. And nowadays GST also 18%. GST also you need to pay for, even insurance also. 3,000 rupees insurance means again 18% insurance, 18% GST you need to pay. So for 3,000 rupees, 18% means nearly around the 200, 300 rupees extra you need to pay for taxes alone. So insurance 1%, 1,000 crores, the whole power plant is 1,000 crores. So 3% is coming around 30 crores. 30 crores simply you have to go for insurance alone, and also plus taxes also with the fixed. Again, some lakhs will come for taxes. So 30 crores you need to spend for insurance alone. Insurance you need to pay 30 crores, because sometimes any accident happens, the whole power plant will get fired up. So again, who will give you? So insurance companies only will give you. So again, that will not happen, but sometimes if it may happen also. So sometimes you can claim from the insurance. Then salaries and management, salaries of management and the clerical staff. So salaries, so if you take like a hydro power station, only around 10 to 20 members may be working, so you can easily pay the salaries to that particular employees. If you take like thermal power station, so 3 shifts that thermal power station is running, so minimum salary you have to pay around 30,000, 40,000 to each employee. Around 300 members, 400 members, 500 members, 300 members, 500 members may be working. If you go and take the roll call of that particular shift wise, minimum 300, 500 members might be entering into that particular thermal station of 3000 megawatt or 4000 megawatt power station. If you take like minimum 300 to 500 members maybe. So minimum, say for example 300 members is entering, there's a average salary is 30,000 rupees. So 30,000 rupees means it is coming like a crores. That much crores you need to give the salaries for employees. And also general allowances also you need to give, increment, yearly increment you need to give, general allowances you need, DA, transport allowances, DNS allowances, and all you need to give. So this 30,000 means this with allowance means again it may come up to 50%. So some persons may be working in the boilers. So boilers, inside the boiler, like furnaces like that. So inside the boilers and furnaces is very hard to work. So for that, those employees you need to pay more, because you can't even stand inside inside that particular thing. Then sometimes some underground power station and all that. So underground substation, underground power station and all, it will be very temperature will be very high, like 42 degrees Celsius for 8 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. You will be standing. It is not at all an easy task. So for those employees, you need to pay more. Even for employees who are working in nuclear power station. Nuclear power station, nobody will go inside. Many of the workers will hesitate to go inside that reactor, inside that nuclear reactor, even though we are wearing some coats and all to go inside the reactor. Sometimes if any small accident happens, small leakages, anything is affecting, even though we are wearing coat, small accidents affecting. So for those employees, you need to give more salaries. So those are those engineers operating that particular nuclear fuel. So you have to give 2 lakhs per month or 3 lakhs per month itself. So then only they will work, or otherwise they won't work. So 3 lakhs per month is very high salary. 3 lakhs, sometimes 5 lakhs per month also they are getting in a nuclear power station. Those are working, but life is very big question mark. Any simple accident happen also, that whole plant workers, employees will be affecting with that radiation. Means it will be very difficult to work also. Next is depreciation. Next, depreciation. So in depreciation, there might be of 2 types. One is physical depreciation and another one is functional depreciation. Physical depreciation, this includes wear and tear loss of the equipment. Wear and tear loss of the equipment, such as corrosion, aging of metals and insulation and all. So if you take like hydro power station, that shaft will be always it will be running, no? So there the shaft will be getting wear and tear loss. So you need to replace that shaft once in a month, like that. And a runner you need to go for frequent maintenance. 15 days once you have to go for frequent maintenance runner. So that itself, shaft, you have to manufacture that shaft, and again that particular size and all you have to fit in. Then runners also frequent maintenance. So you have to give the maintenance cost also for that. Then if you take like a thermal power station, boilers is one of the very important thing, because boilers always, water is getting heated up. So always some scale formation will be there in the boiler. So that also we go for frequent maintenance, and also sometimes corrosion of the metals inside the boilers also will be happening. So that thing also we have to change frequently. Yearly once you need to replace the boilers. Then monthly once you have to go for frequent maintenance. So this reduce the cost of the equipment. And also generator, you are buying a 100 megawatt generator. 100 megawatt generator, they are giving the lifetime as from 5 years or 2 years. Generally, generators, they might not be giving 5 years also. So say for example, 1 year warranty they are giving. 1 year warranty and giving, and they are telling like not warrant, not they are giving not giving warranty for your shafts, your runners and all. So only windings alone we are giving warranty, and some bolt nuts, some other things, some terminals, some alone we are giving warranty like that. They will be mentioning clearly. So winding also they may tell like only they may give only 6 months warranty only if you go for 100 megawatt generators. So sometimes what we people will do is in the generating station. So sometimes the feedback will be connected. So due to the demand, that 100 megawatt generator might be running up to, they may increase up to 1 or 2 megawatts, 5 megawatts like. So if you take like lifetime of the, they will tell the life of the equipment, even warranty, and also life of the equipment, they will tell like 10 years or like that. So even that life of the equipment only will, only that generator life will come only for 5 years only. So again, you need to replace that generator. So 5 years once, if you replace the generator, automatically your cost of the tariff, also will be increasing. So that also physical depreciation is there. Then functional depreciation. Coming to the functional depreciation, due to the change in technical advancement, some equipment may be declared as out of date. Like as I said, like warranty period will goes out. Even if you want to go for maintenance, say that particular equipment is 1 lakh. If you go for maintenance, you need to spend 75,000 to 80,000 only for maintenance alone. In that scenario, you can simply replace that equipment. You can directly buy that equipment with the 1 lakh rupees. If you go for maintenance, you need to spend 80,000. If you buy new one, definitely you need to spend only 1 lakh. So definitely, instead of going for maintenance, what they will do is they will go for replacing that equipment alone. Like that, many meters will be there. Meters will be there. Like that, if you go for electronic meters, if you go for maintenance, you need to spend 90% of amount for maintenance alone. If you buy new equipment, you can easily buy with the 100% amount. So simply like that, what they will do is they will throw that meters, frequency measuring or watt meters or meters, voltmeters, like that, digital voltmeters and all. They will simply remove and they will replace with a new one, even for going for maintenance. So like that and all that. And also it depends on the environmental condition under physical and functional depreciation are there. And some depreciation fund has to be replaced to replace that existing equipment. So if the power plant is a substation or a power station is located in the like northern hemisphere, whereas ice formation might be there. So you need to, even though some substation you have to go for like outdoor substation, and also transmission lines. What we are doing is we are just the transmission lines is running. Even you can't close all the transmission lines via some roofs, because 300 kilometers, how you will close? Like a substation you can close, like 1 acres, like that, simply like that. Some square feet you can easily close with that, some roofs. But how the transmission lines you can go for the roof means, like 300 kilometers, 500 kilometers, you can't protect the transmission lines. So in that scenario, your transmission lines, due to the ice formation, sometimes you will get short circuit. Sometimes due to the swing operation, it will be swinging. In some other cold countries, that air breeze will be there. So due to that breeze, this transmission lines in the towers might be swinging like anything. So it may easily touch to that particular nearby transmission line, so that short circuit fault may occur. And sometimes due to the ice formation from the ground to that particular line itself, even it is of 50 meters or 75 meters height also. Simply like that, the ice formation will be happening from that particular transmission line to the ground, so that the whole transmission line will be get grounded. So sometimes that also might be happening in some other foreign cold countries. So even this also depreciation cost is there now. So you need to replace, or you need to go for some other equipment. And sometimes due to that fast breeze, the wire might be cut. Some workers has to go there, and they have to go for the like connectors. Like that, many depreciation cost is there. And also, if you are locating near, if you are locating the substation near to the seashores and all, so even though you are closing with the four sides, you are closing. Sometimes you, due to that air, from the air also you'll get some salty things in the air also. So that salty formation will be happening. That will dump on some equipments, some transmission lines. Some equipments will misbehave, and it will go for the non-operations, will go for the failure. So in that scenario, you need to replace something like that also there, near to the seashores. So in that thing, some depreciation cost you need to rise before itself. Some 40%, 30%, you have to make that depreciation cost. You have to raise that fund. You have to keep it ready, so that you can easily replace that equipment. Replace that equipment. This is of fixed cost. This is of fixed cost. If you take like C, this is the capital outlay. C is nothing but capital outlay. B is nothing but salvage value. L is nothing but life of the equipment. So total, if you calculate the total depreciation, that is capital cost minus the salvage value. So I am buying a equipment of 1 lakh rupees. So salvage value will be of some after 1 year, the salvage value will, that equipment cost might be decreasing. So that is the total depreciation. So equipment cost might be decreasing after 1 year of 20,000. So now the depreciation cost you have to raise. You have to raise the salvage value. With that salvage value, that depreciation cost you have to raise. So like a 30% you have to raise for the depreciation cost. So that you can go for the frequent